welcome back to my channel, Velvety Cleopatra. That is me. You can call me Velvy or Cleo or Gemma, which is my real name, or Gem, but just call me. Things are a bit different. I literally just gave myself a haircut. I wanted my Betty bangs back. I've been thinking about it for ages and I did it. And I love it. So that paid off. I went a bit shorter than I normally do. I took the plunge and braved it. Every time I've done it previously, I've left them sort of on the eyebrow, and I've never really liked them that much. And previously I cut them really, really short like this, and I loved them, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna cut them short. It's hair, it'll grow back. Here we are. I've also had my septum pierced since you saw me last. I actually love that as well. And I've got a new tattoo, which I made a short about, so you may have seen that. Anyway, welcome back. This week I am starting a little, I say this week, but this video has been sort of 2 weeks in the making, and I'm recording the intro once I've already completed the rest of the video because I stupidly forgot to record an intro. I just had this idea and I was like, I've got to go and do it, and I didn't record an intro. So this is the intro. Yeah, so I've seen a few other sewists do this and I wanted to try it. So I'm starting a new series called Stashbusting, where I basically bust through my ridiculous fabric stash and pattern stash. Frankly, that is ridiculous. So each time I do it, I'm just going to grab a pattern and a fabric and I'm just going to go for it and make something. And I've made something. So I'm going to show you the process of me choosing my fabric and choosing the pattern. I kind of had an idea in mind for this and I love it. But you will see. Anyway, so yeah, Stash Busting. This is a new series. I don't know how regularly I'll do this, but I wanted something quick where I can just grab a pattern, and it might even be a pattern that I've made before, like it is in this case, but with an added bit that I haven't done before, or it might be a pattern I haven't tried before. But the idea is simple patterns, probably mostly with stretch fabric, because I've got a lot of stretch fabric and I really want to start moving into sewing with wovens, and I want to make a sloper so I can start recreating vintage styles. Also, I want to start doing some more sort of like sort of gothy, edgy kind of looks, and with a vintage twist, because that's me. Like, this is me, the Betty bangs but with black lipstick and a nose ring, you know, that's me, and I really want to like be more me. So yes, so yeah, that's the idea. Anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. Please do like and subscribe. If you haven't watched me before, I do sewing for my curvy body with a vintage twist, and I'm a little bit scatty and erratic, and we're very honest on this channel, you know, you see it all, warts and all. But yeah, please do give this video a like and leave a comment. I love reading your comments. You know I love reading your comments, and I try to reply to them all. But yeah, enjoy the video. Okay, so this is some of the fabric stash here. So do we have some contenders? This is wool left over from a cape. That's left over from my Goodwood dress. Got a leopard print, sort of a textured kind of Liverpool. I think that's a Liverpool stretch. I have quite a few leopard print dresses already, so I think maybe not that. These are some beautiful cottons that I'm going to use to make either circle skirts or picnic skirts. I haven't decided yet. This is just some plain black cotton that I've obviously used for a lining. This is red scuba, I think. Plain red scuba. Red crushed velvet. Leftover Christmas fabric, left over from my Warwick dress, left over from my society dress velvet. This was left over from my Starstruck dress, which I really like the Starstruck dress actually. Maybe I could make another one of those. Yes, I want to make another one of those. So, okay, that's narrowed it down. So we're looking for a scuba, because that was perfect for that. So we want a scuba. So let's see, what have we got? None of this is scuba. No, and then down here we've got like wovens and some jerseys at the bottom there, so that's not right. Here, this is scuba. Look at that. Oh my god, lush. But I want to save that for Halloweeny kind of times. This is that's lycra swimsuit material. That is lycra as well. That is stretch. Sorry, you can't see. That's lycra jersey. That is some stretch. What is that for? I've got quite a lot of that. I think maybe that was for a charm scout dress. This is some stretch, cotton stretch, I think, for a scout dress. This is some linen. I've got plans for that. That's going to be a wrap dress. This black eyelet material, broderie anglaise, sorry, not eyelet. That's going to be a cashmerette rose clair. This is Itty. This is scuba, but I've used it for a Christmas dress. Liverpool. Mystery fabric. Jersey. These are scubas, but I'm not feeling those. Polka dot I've used recently. Velvet. I've got some red. Scuba there. I'm not feeling it. Let me check my other bit of stash. That whole box is wool. And then this is for my other princess coat, which I'm not going to do yet. I'm going to save that till closer to the winter. And then we've got this here to do the charm school uniform. I'm very behind on the Charm Patterns Patreon. But there is another box under here, which are mostly stretch fabrics. And do you know what? I'm going to go with the zebra. I've wanted to make something out of this for ages. Let me just release this. How glorious. It's not showing up on camera, but it's got a slight pale pink to it. But I think that is going to make an amazing dress. And I'm feeling that. Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing a leopard print starstruck dress. Stashbusting! So this fabric actually has two-way stretch. So it stretches in both directions. And I think I want... So technically this is the direction of stretch across the... so the grey line goes this way. But I want it... I think I want the zebra pattern to be horizontal around me, not vertical on me. I just feel like horizontal is nicer. I think it looks more like a zebra this way. So we're gonna cut it out on the cross grain, knowing that it's still got the same percentage of stretch. So I need to cut the peplum, which is essentially a full circle skirt but short, and I need to cut it on 2 folds. So if I fold it again, there's some imperfections in this print, like there's a cut in that there, so I need to make sure I'm not using the fabric that's got the imperfections in. But anyway, we'll just use this as a... So basically this needs to be on, like this, on 2 folds. So fold here, and then when you open it out, it should be a full circle with a hole in the middle, I think. But also I'm going to have to look at the direction of the fold, because I'm going to want it to be this way really. So if I put it like that, then the pattern's going across. Obviously it's when it hangs, it's not going to be across, but it's a non-directional print really anyway, so that'll be fine. But yeah, I think I want to do it like this. Yeah, but as I said, I can't use this top bit of fabric because it has an imperfection in it. So I'm going to look at my fabric. There's also like a printing issue here. I don't know if you can see, there's like a a black mark there, so I think we're going to avoid that top section there, this edge, and work a bit further down. I got loads of this fabric, so let me show you. I've got all of this. Maybe I'll go from the other end. Yeah, there's along the edge, there's a dark mark. More murder! All the way along, and it might wash out. It might wash out. I don't know if you can see it. It's all along here near the top of the selvage, so it sort of runs along here. And yeah, it might wash out, but it might not. So I think I'm going to try and avoid that. I don't want to wash this fabric. I don't want to pre-wash it, and I could have pre-washed it, but I just don't want to really. So I think what we're going to do is fold our fabric this way. There we go. And just avoid that top sort of area. It's long enough that I don't need to do this. Am I doing this right? Yeah. Fold it that way. I could do with a bit more table, to be honest. And I've got, yeah, you see it's dirty on both edges, so I've got to try and keep away from the edges, essentially. And now it's all fallen off. Come on. This is so annoying. Right, I need to sort this out. I'll be back. So, ignore my hair. I've got a bit of an emo fringe going on at the moment. It's because I straightened it this morning. I was thinking of cutting my Betty bangs back in, but when I straightened it down and saw that it had grown this much from being up here, I was like, I think I'll wait a while. So because I straightened it all forward, it won't stay to the side now. It's really annoying. Anyway, I just thought I'd fill you in. I have had to redo the entire front bit, so basically everything I did already I've had to redo, because the problem I had was I was using a zigzag stitch and it just wasn't neat. It was skipping stitches because the fabric's so thick. So I've gone for a straight stitch now, and I have stretched the fabric as I've been stitching it, so all along the strap here is a straight stitch. Hard to see against my PJs, which are also stripy. They've got flamingos on. Yeah. Anyway, I also realised I trimmed down these straps, and when I adjusted the pattern before, I added length to this whole front section. So I added length to the straps, and then I went and cut it off yesterday, and I was like, why did I do that? I forgot. So I've written a note on the pattern piece now that says, do not trim. Do not trim. And I have done it again. So now you can see the straps will go over my shoulder to where the back of the dress will be, which they wouldn't have before. And I've got much neater top stitching. Very happy with that, and it's still stretchy. Still stretchy. So yeah. I basically redid the whole bit that I did yesterday. I cut it all out again. I've got a galaxy ripple. It's my lunchtime. Yeah, so I cut it all out again, those bits, and thought, let's do this properly now. I could have just carried on with the one I had, but I wasn't happy with the top stitching, so did it all again. Okay, so we're here. So we are putting the cross straps on, and you can see it makes an upside down star. So we need to top stitch along the lines from the front to make sure we're not creating more stitching, visible stitching. So we need to stitch in the top stitching lines. So I'm going to flip these over and pin them from the front so I can remove the pins from the back, and then top stitch. The other thing I want to do, you can see the top stitching has gone to the side here, but this is the inside, so it won't matter on the outside. It's correct. But yeah, the other thing I need to do is close up the center front a bit, because I've added this much length to it. I don't want it open to the bottom of my chest, because the girls will be completely out. So I did this on the last one I made. I stitched it up this much so that it opens higher up. This bit is closed, and that works quite well for me. So yeah, we're going to stitch this now. Oh my god, I forgot the central bit. This bit needs to go on here as well, the little centre strap. That is crucial. That would have been gaping wide open if I hadn't put that on. But yeah, I need to pin that one on as well. So yeah. Okay, so we've got our front bodice assembled. All the straps stitched in place. The centre one, it's quite hard to see here. The centre strap, the cross straps and the shoulder straps. And now what we need to do is attach the back to the front. And we're sandwiching the straps between the lining, and then we're sandwiching the whole thing between the lining so that we can sew up the sides, and that way we've got nice clean sides. So I've got the bodice front right side up here, and then the bodice the back bodice lining piece right side up, and I have pinned the straps to the top of the shoulders here. Now I need to put the other bodice, so the bodice back main fabric, right sides together over the top, and what we're doing is stitching all the way along the top here. So I'm going to pin everything along here. So I've got my straps in there at the shoulder, and this should produce a really nice clean finish. So everything is as it should be, tucked away in between the lining pieces, no raw edges. she is done. She's very, it's giving Ella Fitzgerald. It's giving Rakanori. I love it. I love it. I love the peplum. I'm very hot. Getting into this dress was a mission. I love it. Love it. I love it. I don't know what that is. I love it. I feel like it's giving kind of Flintstones pin-up, like gangster wife vibes. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. I do really like it, but I think I would close this bit up, or maybe do like a modesty panel, because, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot going on up here. A lot. So maybe I would close that up. That's what I did on my other one. I closed it up quite a lot, so sort of about there, which is, I'm more comfortable with that, frankly. Or put a mesh panel in. One of my friends suggested putting a removable mesh panel in so that I can take it out if I want to, which I like the idea of that, and I might do that. But I do like it. In fact, I love it. I actually love it. So anyway, woo! I'm not drunk. I just am not very stable on my feet sometimes. So thank you for watching. Sorry that half the footage is missing because I lost my rag with my sewing machines and didn't record it. Basically attaching the peplum to the skirt and the dress, it was very easy. I just sandwiched the peplum between the two layers when I was sewing the top to the bottom, and yeah, simple. This I put over the top of the skirt, so as I'm wearing it now, I put it over the top of the skirt. Those layers I then attach to the bodice, so it's just one seam, and it worked well. I might go over the seams again because I'm putting a lot of strain on them, especially up here, and I'm sure I saw a little hole here. So yeah, there's a little hole here. I need to remedy that, but that's probably where I've joined the top to the waistband, and it had trouble going through the overlocker, so I think I just need to go over that bit again, and that's fine. I can do that. I'll probably just do it with a regular sewing machine to make sure it's stable, and I might close this up a little bit. The bruise on my arm, by the way, I had to have blood taken yesterday. But yeah, I really like it. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for supporting my channel. I love you all. I love having your support. I love all your lovely comments. Tell me what you think of this. I really like it. I would probably wear like a cardigan or something over the top just to cover my arms, because I don't like my arms particularly, but it'd be like a black one, maybe. But yeah, I really like it. Or I could wear a mesh top underneath. That would be good, like a black mesh top that sort of covers everything, but you can still see through. But I love the peplum. Yeah, anyway, I was saying goodbyes, wasn't I? So thank you for watching again, and I will be back with another video soon.